Alright, so today I'm going to try out this video tutorial, and hopefully you guys will comment and see what you, so I can see what you think. But this might save some of us the time of taking pictures and having to write up a full description of what you're doing. Some people might take better to the video. It shows everything, and maybe you'll like it better. So here it goes. Let me know what you think. So today we're starting with a Fin-Nor Sportfisher ST50. These are interesting reels. They look pretty well built. They have a cast aluminum frame, so-so on that. Got the nice graphite or plastic side plates, so that's good. Overall, seems very heavy duty. While the frame is cast, it seems very strong. Big gear set inside with carbon fiber drag washers, so that's a plus. So overall, I think it's like a $125 reel. Seems pretty hard to beat. Only comes in like a 6/0 and a 4/0 size, but might be an interesting alternative to the pins. It has a much better drag system and a lot of stainless steel parts in it. So we'll start with this and see what you think. So to start, we'll take off the bottom side plate. So looks like these screws have been greased a little bit, so that's a good sign. Alright, let's pull the back side plate off here. Alright, looks like we have some cow's grease on the clicker here, so that's good. The plate is pretty much dry. There's a bearing down inside there. See if you can see that. So pull that off. And then you have this stainless steel ring and a gasket here. Pull out the spool here, and there's grease on the bottom of the spool, so that's good. And you have a bearing up on top, which is your other spool bearing, which looks like it's been cleaned out and is oiled, so that's good. Set that to the side. Alright, so since this has been greased pretty well, I'm not going to do too much with that. Take a look at this bearing here. Grab a screwdriver. Alright, so it looks like this one has been oiled as well. Autofocus isn't working too well on the camera right now. So here. There you go. Alright, the side plate bearing is 16 millimeters. OD, got an 8 millimeter ID, and 5 millimeter width. And the other spool bearing on top is 5 millimeter width, 19 millimeters wide, or OD, and 10 millimeter ID. Alright. So I'm just going to oil this bearing up since it's pretty clean. Actually, I'll do a clean service on it here. I'm going to put it on my little drink jar here with acetone. Put the lid on. Make a little drink. Blow them out. Dog doesn't like that. And lightly grease them with a little bit of the 301, TSI 301. Put the side plate bearing back on. Cover over the top of it. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the cover. We'll put the clicker assembly back over the top. Put a little grease in the screw holes. Alright. Clicker works good. Just going to put a little bit of grease on the side plate here. Alright, now the side plate is all greased up. Well, bearing is serviced. Other bearing is serviced, spinning well. Alright, our little stainless steel ring here has some rust on it. So, looks like just a little bit of surface rust. It just rubs right off. So, probably not the greatest grade of stainless steel, but then again, for the price of the reel, I would expect a whole lot better. So just put a little bit of grease on the ring here. Hopefully this will keep any surface rust from popping back up. Alright, our spool is pretty well greased on the top and the bottom, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to that. So we should be good there. And then put our bearing back on our spool, or put it up inside the housing in here. Slides right up. Insert our spool. Then let's put our gasket back on here. Find the right layout for it. There we go. Now we'll put our stainless steel plate on, like so. And lastly, let's put our side plate back on. You'll notice there are little pinholes there and there, and they match up to little stainless steel pins sticking out here and here. So you can match that up correctly. And it should just drop right back on. Okay, I'm going to grease these screw holes. Any marine grease that you like. And assemble the side plate. Well, these are T15 screws. All right. Wipe off any excess grease. And your left side is done. Now we'll move to the right side plate here. Unfortunately, Fin-Nor, they have riveted on this plate, so your area right here between the cast aluminum and the stainless steel, you're probably going to see some corrosion, and you're probably not going to be able to do anything about it, because when the electrolysis happens there, you have a rivet on this side and a rivet on that side. There's no way to pull it off. So unfortunately, I don't think that was a very good move on Fin-Nor's side. They went for strength, but didn't take in consideration that stainless steel aluminum will cause electrolysis, and that will corrode eventually. So that's that. I do like these stainless steel rings, though, I have to say. It's a much stronger lug, harness lug. It goes all the way around the spool. Provides a your screws go all the way through it into the frame, so kind of provides a nice, strong, stable part there. So I think that was a good idea.